Hey there, mamas. It's your girl, Nina Shea, aka Mama Bear. Welcome to Conversations in the Huddle on the Mama Bear podcast, where real talk, real strength, and real impact is the name of the game. Joining me tonight are two very special, fierce football moms, and we are celebrating something extra special. My first mom is LaTanya Dionne. She is the mother of Houston Texans safety Kaevon Merriweather, and her younger son D he plays college football for the Findlay Oilers in Ohio, and she is also a member of the Pittsburgh. It is the Professional Football Player Mothers Association. And then our mama of the hour is the brand new mom, the brand new NFL mom, Miss Kristi Green.
Hello.
Hi, Kristi. She is the mother of Kayden McDonald, who is Houston Texans' brand new second round pick, number 36 to be exact. And he is a big 6'3", handsome and sweet defensive tackle. Welcome, Mom.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh my gosh, this is so amazing. So first order of business is congratulations, Kristi.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh my gosh. This is just such an amazing thing. So I mean, let's just get right to the NFL draft experience. What has this past weekend been like for you?
I can only describe it with one word, and that's surreal.
Okay.
It was an experience of a lifetime.
Mm-hmm. I know it was. Oh my goodness. So what cloud are you on right now?
Well, I've come back down because now it's time to handle business.
Okay.
So yeah, we've been with banks and financial advisors, investors, disability insurance. I mean, it's just been estate planning. It's been a lot since then.
Wow.
So I'm back down to but I was on cloud nine.
Oh my goodness.
The night of the draft and then the night after. But yeah, today is more of a little reality.
Okay. I mean, I didn't even think about the fact that you had to do all of that. I'm just thinking you go and visit the facility, you just kind of, go through all of the fanfare and the fluffy stuff. I didn't think about the fact that you had to hit all that right away.
No, and then we're working on endorsements, working with the marketing, getting endorsements and things are coming in. So they're trying to do all these things since he's hot right now.
Right.
And, it's a lot, but it's a blessing,
It is.
So
it is.
I complain about it.
So I have to tell you that I became an official Kayden McDonald auntie when I saw his interview on Nightcap with Shannon Sharp.
Oh my gosh.
It was like the best interview. And I was just wondering, first, how did that happen?
I am not sure how that interview was set up. I don't know if it was his agent, maybe I don't know. I have no idea. I still don't know to this day. He never mentioned it to me. But Joe Johnson, he's always been a fan of Joe Johnson. So I don't know if and Joe Johnson lives here in Swanee.
Okay.
So I don't know if Kayden talked to him. I haven't figured it out yet. I gotta ask him. I'll do that when I'm off the phone tonight.
That is amazing. He did a fantastic job. It just really, first of all, he's got such a great personality.
Thank you.
You're so welcome. And I just love how he just had such command of the interview and just kind of letting everybody see, get insight into who he was, what he was about, what was important to him, because he definitely paid homage to his mama and, about the support that you've always provided him. And you could see that he was really a student of the game and he was ready to get to work. So I was very impressed.
Thank you.
Yes, absolutely. And I know, LaTanya, I know you were posting like the proud auntie yourself, like, him being on the show and everything
Yeah.
else. What were your
Yeah.
feelings when you saw, draft day and how everything went for your sister Kristi?
I was excited for her.
Mhm.
Super excited.
Thank
Kind of
you.
emotional for her. Over the top excited. I mean, like, to get drafted where he got drafted was a blessing.
Right.
And I know the struggle. I know what she's been through with the first kid all the way through with the second one. And
Mhm.
the way she's been running and fighting for her kids, she deserves everything that she's getting and more.
I
So
love
I was happy, overly
that's
happy. Yeah.
wonderful.
Thank
Yeah.
you. You're
Yeah.
always supportive of everyone, and we love you. You're just the best. Like, you support, and so you clap for everyone. That's why God blesses you so much, because you
Thank
clap
you.
for
Thank you.
everyone.
Mhm.
Thank
And you have to
Yeah.
do that, It's not
Yeah.
just about you, because there's a village out there. And,
Yeah.
when one wins, we all kind of win. And especially as a mom, we look
Yeah.
out for other kids,
Yes.
and other families.
Yes.
I love it. So, Kristi,
Yes.
I wanted to ask, you know, you and I were going to talk, we were talking a while back, like during the combine days. And I remember we were speaking and you had said kind of towards the end, you said, well, everything wasn't perfect, at that moment. But I just wonder what did the combine experience, how did that prepare you for the NFL draft experience? Because of course everybody had Kayden going, in the first round, maybe a little later in the first round, possibly the second round. And then you guys were there, you were in the green room, you were excited, you were waiting, and then he got called on the second day. What was that experience like? And how did you, as a mom, how did you kind of set the tone to make sure that he was straight, everybody was straight, and still, you know what I mean? In the faith.
Well, first of all, when Troy Vincent invited us, he was
Mhm.
initially, like, I guess, top 10. And
Uh-huh.
then after the combine, he didn't have a very good combine.
Okay.
So he kind of dropped a little bit. And then we had decided that we weren't going to go. And then Troy and a couple of other NFL executives like, no, we
Mhm.
want you to come. They wanted Kayden to
Mhm.
come.
Mhm.
But his agent, made it very clear that there's a chance you might go in the second round. Are you sure you want to go? And he's like, yes, I want the experience. So his agent prepared us for that.
Okay.
So, I
Okay.
mean, of course, like I said, there was a moment of disappointment, obviously, but he was prepared. So there were no
Mhm.
tears because we knew God was in control. We knew he
Mm.
was going to go the second day. We knew
Mhm.
when they didn't call his name, we knew the three teams that were going to select him in the first four selections.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we knew that.
Okay.
We just, but when the offensive tackles start coming off the board, the
Uh-huh.
teams panicked, and then
Oh,
everyone wanted to get an offensive lineman.
right.
So I pushed the defensive lineman back.
Okay. Because they traded up for him, right?
Yes, they
Yeah.
did, and it was just already written.
That is amazing. And you are so right. I observed that, Kayden just showed strength. He showed gratitude and confidence. You didn't see where he was, he wasn't down on the situation because he knew that he was going. And now from what you're saying, he's like, God got me. I'm good. And I love that.
Actually, he attends his church in Columbus,
Hmm.
and 3 weeks before this draft, the sermon was on shame and humility. And
Hmm.
so, right when it ended, he's like, Brother Ford, said no shame. I'm good, Mom.
Wow. Wow.
And so we just had to wait an extra day. Obviously, we wanted to, but the first 40 picks have the same guaranteed contracts. Not, of course, not dollar wise, but
okay. Well, we like that guarantee.
yeah. So yeah, he's still guaranteed just as if he was in the first round. Thank God for
Love
that.
it.
And
That is amazing. What a blessing.
It was disappointing, but the way we had it set up, most of the family was in the theater, and then all of his coaches were in the green room with us.
Okay.
So that was most important because they provided a support system versus all the family asking, well, when's he gonna go and why is his name not called? So, God knew what he needed. He wanted his coaches in there. So
that was so smart.
Get through. Yeah.
Love it. And I remember seeing a post, LaTanya, that you had posted, and you said that you initially you were being selfish and you were like, I want him to come, to the Texans. And then you said you had to just kind of go back and be like, God, just bless him where he's supposed to be. And then look what happened.
Yes, you spoke that right into existence.
Yeah, I texted her. I did that night. I texted her.
That is
those exact words. Exactly what I said in that post is exactly what I had texted her. So yeah,
that is amazing.
And he ended up with the Texans.
Yes, because that pro day.
That is so awesome. So I mean, you guys really you've had this friendship, this support of one another from Ohio State, which is
Iowa.
Huh? No, actually, Iowa. That.
From Iowa? So so from Iowa, who was at Ohio State?
Kayden was at Ohio State, but our oldest sons were roommates at Iowa in 2018.
Okay, so that's how you guys connected.
Yes.
Okay, and so because I would always see like LaTanya in her Iowa, her Ohio State gear, and I was like, okay, I'm thinking her son is there too. Wow. Okay, so that's interesting. I didn't realize that. That's the kind of support, that she gives, obviously, to speak to what you said earlier, Kristi.
Yeah, now I have time. I can go to the games in Finley.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm waiting for that.
I love it. Yeah. I love it. Wow.
Yeah.
So
I'll tell you one thing. One thing that Kristi did. This is how supportive Kristi is and how special she made me feel back in the day. And I have to share this because Kristi was the first person that ever in life as a friend sent me a Mother's Day gift, and it brought me tears to my eyes. Really? She sent me a box. She sent me a box, and it was Michelle Obama's book in it, and it was a necklace from her oldest son, Jayden, and it was a Mother's Day necklace. I can't remember what all was in it. It was special, and it brought tears to my eyes because no friend had ever given me a gift for Mother's Day except Kristi.
Oh,
yes. That's very.
You have a huge heart.
I love that.
Stuff that you would never forget. Special.
Yeah, I love it. I mean, you could see how. I mean, obviously, she gives, and you give too. Because I mean, honestly, sometimes when I'm looking at all of the posts and all of the congratulatory messages and stuff, you are very unselfish, LaTanya, when it comes to that, because you are congratulating all the boys, that and you really do. One would think that they're your son too. So we all should be so lucky to have like a sister like that.
Yes, I'm so blessed to have you.
Absolutely.
Thank you. I'm blessed to have you too. I am.
So I wanted to talk about the fact that the two of you definitely exemplify what like being a sports mom is, because of course you're dedicated to your kids, and then you have multiple kids that play sports. So, Kristi, you have another son, Jaden, who is in the Canadian League.
Yes. Well, he's actually getting ready to leave for the Canadian League.
Okay.
But he was initially at Iowa with Kaevon, her son.
Okay.
And he transferred to Troy, where he did graduate. And then his coach was hired at Tulane. So a lot of the guys kind of went their own separate way.
Okay.
And so he finished his career at UConn.
Mm-hmm.
And he went undrafted because he had labrum surgery. A lot of people didn't know that, but he had labrum surgery. And so it kind of delayed his blessing.
Mm-hmm.
And then once Kayden was able to declare, he was able to sign with Kayden's agent and was going to hope for an opportunity in the NFL, but the CFL was like, we want him.
Okay.
Now, and versus going through camps and risking the possibility of getting cut.
Right.
We said we're going to take this opportunity.
Yes.
Because we're thankful and blessed, and it's just a wonderful opportunity. We're excited about it. I'm excited to go to Canada. I've never been.
Right.
And yes, and so they are, he leaves next week. So
wow.
We're excited about that.
That is interesting. You got one going to the NFL and then one going to the CFL, and I'm sure like all of their lives you've been juggling, like the schedule, right? Like trying to make sure that you didn't one and went for the other, and then you have a daughter, right?
Yes, she's 30. She just turned 30.
Wow. Okay. Yep. So does she play sports at all? Did she play sports?
She does not. She didn't. She danced.
Okay.
She danced, and she is a customer service manager for JP Morgan Chase.
Okay.
Well, it's Assurant, but the JP Morgan Chase division. So it's been wonderful because her team was based out of Columbus. So can you imagine the Buckeyes, the treatment that she got the whole time we were there?
That is amazing. And she's right in there to help her brother, help him with all of the planning and stuff that y'all have to do, and has resources when it comes to all of this financial stuff that
yes, she gave us great insight on private clients. And
that's wonderful.
So that was an asset for her there. And then I have two grandsons.
Okay.
And one's 10 months, and then I have an 8-year-old who's the one that's viral right now.
Yes, I saw that. I loved it. I just love the emotion. I mean, I was teary-eyed for all of y'all watching these boys. And, I had been talking about Kayden. So my husband passed by and he was like, when they called his name, he was like, there's your boy. And it's just, it's the feeling, of, it's like nothing else, and I haven't experienced it, but just seeing the joy and seeing the emotion says it all, just knowing what these boys have been through. And, to finally be able to realize this dream and be part of that 1% is amazing. Yeah.
Yes.
And then I know, LaTanya, with you, your experience, Kaevon's experience was a little different. He went as a free agent, right? When he got signed to a team. So what was that experience like for you?
It was, I'm not going to say it was the same. It was different because he had to battle for a position.
Right.
But I know my son. I know his work ethic. I knew that he belonged. I knew he was going to make it, to be honest. And I kind of knew he would make the 53-man roster. All he needed was an opportunity.
Right.
God placed it on my heart. So I never, even when he didn't go drafted, I never worried. I never stressed. I was calm the whole day. I kind of figured my baby would get that phone call.
Right.
And It was just a matter of where is he going?
Right.
I was never worried. Not the entire 3-day process. I was never worried.
Wow.
I have faith. I have God in my life. I believe in the power of prayer. Let go, let God. And
Okay.
so when he went, I just stayed prayerful, and I kind of figured my baby would make the 53 man. And when he called me excited, I was happy for him,
Wow.
but I knew. I did.
That's
I knew. So
that's
where
awesome.
everybody else have doubt, I never did. I don't doubt my God. I don't.
Mm.
Yeah.
Amen.
Yeah.
Amen. And look at what
Yeah.
God did.
Only thing different was the money. That's it. The only thing different was the money.
Right,
but
right.
God's
but
will,
I
that's
look at it
coming
as
too.
like, yeah. But even going into it, like I told my
Mhm.
coworkers when they were when they were asking me like about the draft process and what if he don't get drafted. And I'm like, if you look at it this way, even if
Mhm.
he goes undrafted, he's still getting paid more than the majority of people in America. You get what I'm saying? Like he's
Yeah.
still in the upper echelon of society. So that's not a bad thing to still make almost, well, he's still making over $1 million now, but to still make at the time it was $750,000 a year. So to make
Mhm.
that as a graduating college student, I didn't think that
Mhm.
was a terrible thing. So how could you be mad at
No,
that?
absolutely.
You know,
And he's still
and you're
winning.
doing what you love.
Yes, that
Mhm.
part.
Yeah,
That
you're doing what you love. So
And I think we've
I
all
don't think that's a
seen
terrible thing.
that's true. And I do
It's
think
a
that we've
different
all
hunger.
seen that it doesn't matter how it starts all the time. I mean, yes, the
Yeah.
money's good, the opportunity to go in the first round or 2, 3, but it's about how you finish. And from what you said,
Yeah.
he's made the 53-man roster 3 years when he was with
Hmm.
the Buccaneers, right? And then now looking
Hmm.
forward to the same with the Texans. So that's awesome.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I love
So
again the fact that we connect, and one of the ways that we all connected was through the college football moms
You're
group
true.
on Facebook that was
yeah.
started by our sister Stacy McCall Harris. And
Yeah.
we've all kept in touch and supported each other and cheered, each other's kids on from afar, which is really beautiful. But it's obvious that there is so much more work to be done and so much that football moms or sports moms can do. And that's one of the things that I love about the foundation that you're a part of, LaTanya. Can you tell
Yeah.
us a little bit more about it? How do you say it, the acronyms? PIFMA?
Acronym PIFMA. PIFMA.
PIFMA. Okay. And so tell us
PIFMA.
about it.
I really think it's important and an important organization to be a part of,
Yes.
especially for new moms. I
Hmm.
really wish my first year I had known about it. I found out about it at the end of my first year. There is a wealth of knowledge to be shared. Um, there's a wealth of knowledge to be shared, and there's only there's only a few NFL moms in the world. You know,
Right.
we're a very small group of people, like you said.
Hmm.
There's not hundreds of thousands of NFL moms. You get what I'm saying? So
Hmm.
in in order to talk to someone, if you're having issues, the only person that understands the road you've traveled is another NFL
Hmm.
mom.
Yeah.
Your
How about
friends are not going to understand. Your family members, they're not going to understand. But another NFL mom or another NFL dad, they're going to
Mhm,
understand. And
mm,
the compassion that you need, if you need a ear, somebody to talk to that have walked your walk, that's where you're going to get the information and the compassion that you need. You're not going to get it from a friend. They're not going to understand. All they know is your son is making money. What are you talking about? Your son is in the NFL. What are you talking about? Like, what are you complaining about? They don't understand. But it's more to it than that. It's so much going on mentally with our kids, even with ourselves, that our family members, our loved ones, they don't get it. But another NFL mom, that support system that we need,
right,
they can help us. And not only that, even with the financial aspect of it, everything. When you talk about retirement, what you're going to do after the NFL, any issue that anyone has ever had in life, coming out of NFL or in the NFL, or any injury, anything, somebody in the NFL, a parent, has dealt with it. So you'll have somebody to go to with some experience, some knowledge, some feedback that can help you navigate those uncharted waters. You get what I'm saying? So I think it's very important.
I can understand what you're saying. Like you said, I wouldn't know that experience myself, but understanding what you're saying makes all the difference. So, Kristi, how has having that support from somebody like LaTanya, and I'm sure you have other moms that you support each other, they're there for you, they kind of help navigate, like the ones you can help, the ones that are coming behind you, and then the ones that are ahead of you can help you. How is that support? What has that meant for you to have that?
The support of like LaTanya and other moms helping navigate this process. I mean, I could not have navigated this process without the help of other NFL moms that have been through it. Especially, I would say, I mean, everyone from Charlotte Hayward to Terrion Anderson to Twana Harris. I mean, I've just had so many moms reach out. It's just really been a blessing but it definitely helped me navigate the process. And it's just a little, I guess, a sigh of relief.
Yes. Yeah, that's wonderful. So I know a lot of times, people, I want to talk about the part of the athlete that sometimes people don't see, or that's not necessarily the thing that they focus on. And that is how they give back to their communities, and just the people that they are, the character, that they bring to this platform. And your son, I was really impressed to see his involvement with Ronald McDonald House. And I was just wondering, what kind of, what was it about that organization that he felt driven to support, and really be able to, as a college student, to be able to give the money that he gave so unselfishly and to spend the time with the kids? Where did that come from?
Well, I would say his former agent just wanted to get him connected to McDonald's.
Okay.
He did want to start a foundation, but they kind of wanted to connect him with McDonald's. And Marvin Harrison was the brand ambassador a few years before.
Okay.
And a lot of the NIL was being used they were donating their time for the NIL instead of, just saying, okay, the school's paying you this money here, you donate your time. And so, because I would say it really wasn't his cause.
Okay.
But he's thankful,
that he was able to support.
Yeah, because his purpose is definitely bigger than football. But
yeah, absolutely. Yes. So another question that I wanted to ask is, I wanted to talk about like the unspoken rules of being an NFL mom or just a football mom, sports mom in general, how do you handle nurturing your son? You don't know for sure if Kayden has had any injuries that's kind of set him back, put him, maybe mentally, took him through a rough time. But how do you nurture your son through the realities of playing, like even in college, and then now going into the professional league? Because it takes a lot to keep their heads up. When they're going through injuries, being traded, losing their spot, and then the negative, all the other chatter that they have to hear.
I would just say continue to pour into who they are.
Mm-hmm.
Not just what they do.
Right.
Protect their heart, not their talent. I'm always a phone call away. I can't tell you how many times I sat on the phone with Kayden for 3 hours or Jaden for 3 hours at a time, just sitting on the phone, just being that ear for them.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I would just say just don't get caught up in all the hype and just stay present.
Right. And then it's another thing that you have to navigate as an NFL mom, maintaining yourself and not really getting caught up in that world, because I know some people who they love it. They want to be caught up in it. And then some people are just like, I'm of it. I support my son, but that's not my life. You know what I mean? And I still have kids, I have a daughter, I have a son, I got a job, different things. How do you, how do you maintain who Kristi is throughout this process?
Well, I will just give credit to many of Jaden's childhood friends that he's grown up with are in the NFL now.
Okay.
And just watching those moms. We live in an area where there are a lot of retired NFL former NFL players. So I think just watching them, I just can't get caught up in it. And just knowing that it's a business and there are no friends in the NFL. It's all business.
Right.
I think that's what keeps me grounded. Of course my faith does, but I can't get caught up in it because I know the highs and lows of the game.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And LaTanya, you didn't hear this question that I asked Kristi, and that was, how do you maintain yourself throughout, trying to support your son and his career in the NFL? Because sometimes it can be all consuming, and then some people, they love it. They want to live that life. But then there are some people that, like some moms, just want to support their sons, but they're not of it. You know what I'm saying? Like you got your own. How do you manage that? Because you've been an NFL mom for 4 years now.
You mean just like not just saying myself, just saying true to myself?
Yeah, just maintain your own identity and, just living your life and feeding, pouring into you as well, but not just being about, you being Kaevon's mom.
Ooh. I don't know, because I'm not understanding the question.
Yeah, I was just saying that
exactly
sometimes you get, it's so much to do. Like Kristi was saying earlier, you gotta help them navigate through the money deals, the financial deals, the endorsements, them just keeping their heads together, going off to start a career. Maybe something happens, there's a change, a draft, a trade or something like that. And sometimes it can be all consuming for the moms as well. And some moms honestly just they just want to be they're just happy just being that NFL player's mom. But then you have other moms that have things to do. You got careers, you got other kids. You know what I'm saying? So how do you maintain your own identity?
With Kaevon, because when he was younger, I was teaching him how to be independent. When he was in college, he really leaned on me a lot, and it was a lot. Oh my gosh, was it a lot? When he got to the NFL, he leaned on me a little, but he took his independence by storm. He really did. Right. And he leaned on me. I kept asking, like, oh, do you need my help finding an apartment? Do you need my help doing this? And he really did it on his own. Like after the agent thing and helping with the financial advisor and all that, after his first year, he was pretty much done with me. But he also got a girlfriend now.
Okay.
So he and to be honest, I'm kind of happy he do. It took a lot of weight off of me because he leans on her now.
Okay.
And and me and her get along very well. I like her. She got a good job. She got a good head on her shoulders. She don't just have a job. She has a career. She has a career. She makes good money, and she got a good head on her shoulders, and she believes in God, and she prays over him and them, and she helped keep his head together. And instead of coming to mama for everything, him and her, they work a lot. So it's I get to focus on my baby boy a lot now.
Okay.
And I look forward to my independence where I get to focus on me more. Yeah, because it can be overwhelming sometimes. And we do what we got to do. We pray over our kids and we do what we got to do because I would never want my kids to feel overwhelmed. Right. Where they feel like they can't do it for themselves or try to harm themselves or whatever. Like mama got you regardless, even though sometimes I feel overwhelmed, but I would never tell them, I'll do what I got to do. But yeah, I'm thankful that he has someone that he can lean on for support.
That's good.
That helps me out tremendously.
And it seems like you have a great support system with your family. I mean, it seems like they are there to be there for, little D,
my mom and dad.
I see you. It
my
looks
mom
like
and dad are my rock.
I love it.
Yeah, my mom and dad, they are my everything. That's who I can depend on for everything. Listen. When I say they are my everything, like how my kids can come to me for everything, at the age of, I don't even want to tell my age, but at my age, I can lean on my parents still to this day for everything. Right. They are here now helping me do some things around my house. So yes, my parents. I do. I have a great support system. Yeah.
Well, that's awesome.
Yes.
That's awesome. Well,
they help me so I can help them.
Good.
You said what? You say?
It takes a village. It takes a village.
Yeah.
Yes. So I want to ask you, ladies, to if you can impart some words of wisdom to other moms, that are going to be on this path, on this journey, like you have been. And I'm just wondering, what advice, well, first of all, let me ask you, what's the biggest lesson that you have learned in supporting your son through college and now NFL? Kristi?
Lesson?
Yeah. What's the biggest thing that you really, I guess, that changed the game in your head when it came to how you support Kayden and how you see things, how people are. So
I don't know if this is a correct answer, but there are politics at every level.
Yeah. There
are politics at every level. But for, I guess, a mom watching, don't rush the process. Everyone has their own journey.
Mm-hmm.
You know, follow your own path.
Yeah.
What's meant for you or what's meant for your son is meant for him.
Mm-hmm.
And let me see what else. Yeah, don't rush the process. Be present in the moment. Enjoy it, but just mostly don't rush the process.
That's good.
That's that's truth right there. And a lot of times we do rush the process. And I've experienced as a college football mom, I've seen a lot of people, you look at somebody else's situation, and you feel like you want that, or, why didn't that happen, with you, or, you're trying to hurry up and get that, but everybody is not going to have the same journey, and the result is not going to be the same for everyone. So you do have to follow your own path and support your son and your daughters in just understanding that their journey is theirs, and what God has for them, it really is there.
Yes.
Yeah. No, nobody can change that.
Nobody can
Nobody
change.
can
It's
change
already written.
Absolutely. And you, LaTanya?
I'll add to that. Always monitor what you say and how you say it.
Mm.
You can kill your kid's career.
Mm.
Be it social media, or talking to the coach directly, or even what you say in the stand. And that don't even just that could be in high school or college or pros. Be mindful. Be mindful.
Yeah.
What you say, how you say it, and who you say it to. Yeah.
Right. That was a question that I was going to ask about the unspoken rules, because you can't you can't say everything that comes to mind, and you do have to be cognizant of the fact that you now have become, you're in the public eye, because they are, right? And so you have to be careful about that. Well, I know, Kristi, I know that you have to get going. You got a lot of stuff on your plate right now. So I just wanted to say thank you. Thank you so much for taking the time. I'm sure seeing both your sons realize their dreams has been one of the greatest gifts, and it's going to be a great Mother's Day.
I sure hope so.
Because of all of the blessings. And LaTanya, I thank you so much too for taking the time. I think everybody should have that ride or die mom, sports mom like you, and then that sister that's just in the trenches and lifting everybody up and supporting, in the village. So I just want to thank both of you for taking the time, and again, congratulations, Kristi. I mean, this is so new.
Yes,
It's
congratulations.
Yes, and so well deserved. So I hope to have an opportunity to come back and talk with you real soon, and just kind of, check in and see how things are going with both of you, with both your boys, and both your men.
Sounds good.
Yes, and I know we have a deep, a very deep connection throughout. Angela Pride, is a friend and a member of your association. LaTanya and Stacy, and so many other moms, out there that we are connected with. So I know we will definitely keep in touch. And again, I thank you.
It was a pleasure to be on your show tonight.
I thank you. Can't wait for it to air. And just wanted to say, for everybody that is listening, this is a conversation. This is where it really begins. Behind every athlete, behind every NFL player, there is a mama out there that is making, she's the real MVP. So, thanks for tuning in, and check out our full episode, which is going to be on my channel. It's the Mama Bear channel on YouTube, and we'll definitely be dropping our shorts and our clips, and we appreciate you listening, sharing, liking, and subscribing. And let's get this season, y'all.
Go Texans.
All right.
Tiger Cat.
Go Texans.
Yes. All right.
All right.
So,
Good night,
bye.
ladies. Bye-bye.